Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins Hub. Today, we're going back in time almost 100 years to explore a truly iconic piece of American history, the 1929 USA quarter dollar. You might be surprised by the incredible history behind this coin and its potential worth today. Stick around until the end, because the value of this coin might just blow your mind. To understand the importance of the 1929 USA quarter dollar, we first need to take a trip back to the Roaring Twenties, a period marked by rapid economic growth, social change, and technological advancements. However, the year 1929 would also be remembered as the year of the infamous stock market crash, which signaled the beginning of the Great Depression. In the midst of all this turmoil, the Standing Liberty Quarter, which was first introduced in 1916, was still in circulation. The 1929 edition of this coin would be one of the last years before it was replaced by the more familiar Washington quarter in 1932. That makes this coin particularly special, as it captures a moment in American history just before the country plunged into economic hardship. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1929 quarter. The Standing Liberty Quarter was designed by the renowned sculptor Herman Atkins McNeil. On the obverse side of the coin, we see Lady Liberty standing tall, holding a shield in her left hand and an olive branch in her right. The shield symbolizes protection and defense, while the olive branch represents peace. Together, these symbols reflect America's desire for peace, while being prepared to defend its values. Above her, you'll see the word Liberty, and below, the date 1929 is engraved. Liberty's stance and flowing robes make this coin one of the most artistic and elegant designs ever featured on a quarter. On the reverse side, we find a majestic eagle in full flight, symbolizing strength, freedom, and the spirit of the nation. The words United States of America and E pluribus unum are inscribed above the eagle, with the denomination quarter dollar below. The artistry and detail in this design have made the Standing Liberty Quarter a favorite among collectors for decades. Next, let's talk about the technical side of this coin. The 1929 USA quarter dollar is made of 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it that distinct silver shine that has only become more desirable over time. The coin weighs 6.25 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. It was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can tell which mint produced your coin by looking for a mint mark just to the left of the date. If there's no mint mark, your coin was minted in Philadelphia. A D indicates the Denver Mint, and an S shows it was made in San Francisco. Like many older coins, some 1929 quarters have unique minting errors, which can significantly increase their value. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die obverse, where the date or inscriptions appear doubled. Another rare variation is the off-center strike, where the design is not properly aligned on the coin, creating a noticeable misprint. These mint errors are highly prized by collectors because they are rare and add to the uniqueness of each coin. So, if you find a 1929 quarter with any of these flaws, you could be holding a real treasure. Now, let's talk about how the condition of the coin affects its value. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS, 70. Most quarters that have been in circulation for nearly a century will show signs of wear, but if you're lucky enough to have a mint state example, you could be looking at a significantly higher value. The Standing Liberty design is especially vulnerable to wear, with Liberty's shield and date being the first parts to fade. If your coin shows clear details in these areas, you may have a high-grade example on your hands. Over the years, the 1929 Standing Liberty Quarter has become a highly sought-after coin among collectors. Its age, limited mintage, and historical significance make it a prized addition to any collection. Even circulated examples in lower grades can fetch a good price due to their silver content alone. However, coins in mint state or with rare minting errors can command much higher prices. As time goes on, the demand for these coins continues to grow, and they've become a staple in both silver stacking and rare coin collections. Within the 1929 quarter series, there are some rare variants that collectors are always on the hunt for. Coins from the San Francisco Mint tend to be more valuable, as fewer of them were produced. Similarly, if your 1929 quarter is a high-grade example with little to no wear, you could be looking at a much more valuable coin. Proof coins from this era are also extremely rare, and while they weren't officially produced in 1929, any quarter with exceptional detail and luster will attract attention from serious collectors. Alright, now let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for, the potential value of a 1929 USA quarter dollar. As with any collectible coin, the value depends on several factors: condition, rarity, mint mark, and whether there are any mint errors. For a well-worn, circulated quarter from 1929, you might expect to see prices ranging from $20 to $100, depending on its condition. But if you're lucky enough to have a mint state or high-grade example, the value can soar into the thousands. And here's the real kicker: a perfectly graded 1929 quarter, or one with a rare mint error, could be worth as much as $148,000. So, the next time you come across an old quarter, don't just toss it aside. You might be holding onto a piece of history worth an unbelievable amount of money. The second expensive coin of this video is from the new millennium, the 2001 USA quarter dollar. This coin is part of a special series that captured the imagination of millions of collectors, and by the end of this video, you'll know why the 2001 quarter might just be worth a small fortune. Stick around until the very end to hear the incredible value of this coin. It might just surprise you. Before we get into the details of this coin, let's take a quick trip back to the year 2001, a time of rapid technological advances, cultural shifts, and big moments in history. It was also the third year of the 50-state quarters program, a monumental initiative launched by the United States Mint in 1999. This program was designed to honor each of the 50 U.S. states by featuring them on the reverse side of the quarter. In 2001, we saw the release of quarters representing New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Kentucky. Each of these coins was minted to celebrate the unique history and heritage of these states, making them not just valuable for their metal content, but also as part of a larger historical collection. Let's start with the obverse side of the 2001 quarter. Like all quarters minted since 1932, this side features the iconic profile of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The design, created by sculptor John Flanagan, has remained largely unchanged, with Washington's face surrounded by the inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, and the denomination quarter dollar. The 2001 quarters also bear the motto, "In God We Trust," which has been present on U.S. coinage since the late 1800s, adding a sense of continuity and tradition. Now, the reverse side is where things get really interesting. Each quarter in the 2001 series features a unique design representing one of the 5 states released that year. For example, the New York quarter highlights the Statue of Liberty and the state's rich history of immigration. The North Carolina quarter celebrates the Wright brothers' first flight. Each design tells a story, making these coins a mini history lesson in your pocket. The 2001 USA quarter dollar has some important technical specifications that collectors need to know. Each quarter weighs 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters. The coin's metal composition is 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, which has been the standard for U.S. quarters since 1965. In 2001, quarters were minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, P mint mark, Denver, D mint mark, and San Francisco, S mint mark, for proof coins. Proof coins are especially prized by collectors because they are struck with greater precision, giving them a beautiful, polished finish. Like many modern coins, the 2001 quarter is not immune to minting errors, and these errors can significantly boost the value of the coin. Some of the most desirable errors include off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, or double dies, where the image appears to be doubled due to a mistake during the minting process. Coins with these types of errors are rare, making them especially valuable to collectors. Keep an eye out for these minting flaws in your own collection. You never know when you might stumble upon a rare gem. Next, let's talk about how the condition of your 2001 quarter impacts its value. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70, with mint state coins being the most valuable. A coin that has been in circulation for many years is likely to show signs of wear, especially on Washington's face or the finer details of the reverse design. If you have a mint state example with no signs of wear and a perfect strike, your coin could be worth much more than face value. Even a slight blemish or a bit of wear can drastically reduce its price, so always handle your coins with care. Over the years, quarters from the 50-state quarters program have become highly collectible. While millions of each quarter were minted, it's their condition, rarity, and errors that make them stand out to collectors. The 2001 quarters, in particular, are part of a series that many collectors are eager to complete. As with any collectible, the demand for certain coins can fluctuate, but well-preserved coins from this era, especially those with minting errors, have consistently sold for impressive sums at auctions and online marketplaces. One of the most exciting aspects of the 2001 quarter series is the proof versions that were struck at the San Francisco Mint. These coins were not intended for circulation and were instead minted specifically for collectors. They feature a sharp, detailed design with a mirror-like finish and frosted features, making them stand out from regular circulation coins. If you happen to have a proof quarter from 2001 in its original packaging, you could be holding onto a valuable piece of history. Alright, we've talked about the history, the design, the minting process, and even the potential for rare errors. Now, let's get to the moment you've been waiting for, the value of the 2001 USA quarter dollar. For a circulated 2001 quarter, the value might not be much higher than face value, around 25 cents to a few dollars, depending on its condition. But if you have a high-grade, mint state example, or even a proof coin, the value can rise significantly. And here's the real kicker: a flawless mint state 2001 quarter or one with a rare minting error could be worth up to an astonishing $112,000. So, the next time you're going through your change, don't just glance over those quarters. One of them could be worth a small fortune. Thanks for joining me today as we explored the 2001 USA quarter dollar. In the end of this video, we're taking a closer look at a very special coin that could be hiding in your pocket change, the 2007 USA quarter dollar. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or just starting out, you're going to love hearing the story behind this coin and learning how much it could be worth today. Stick around until the end, because you won't believe the potential value of this humble quarter. To understand the significance of the 2007 USA quarter, we need to step back in time and look at the context of its release. The year 2007 was part of the 50-state quarters program, a highly successful initiative that began in 1999 and ran through 2008. This program aimed to commemorate each of the 50 states by featuring unique designs on the reverse side of the quarter. In 2007, the states represented on the quarters were Montana, Washington, Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah. Each of these designs celebrated the history, culture, and spirit of their respective states, making the 2007 quarters not just a piece of currency, but a piece of American heritage. These coins quickly became popular among collectors due to their stunning and varied designs. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 2007 quarter dollar. On the obverse side, we see the iconic image of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Washington's profile has been featured on the quarter since 1932, serving as a symbol of leadership and the enduring spirit of the United States. The reverse side, however, is where things get exciting. In 2007, 5 unique designs were released, each representing a different state. Whether it's the bison skull of Montana, the apple trees of Washington, or the majestic bucking bronco of Wyoming, each state's quarter tells a unique story about that region. These designs are rich in symbolism and offer a deeper look into the diverse culture and history of the United States. Now, let's talk about the technical specifications of the 2007 USA quarter. Like most modern quarters, it's composed of copper and nickel, making it a clad coin. It weighs 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters. The copper core and nickel coating give it that distinctive, shiny appearance we all recognize. While this may sound like any ordinary quarter, it's the state-specific designs and the potential for rare variations that make these 2007 quarters stand out from the rest. The 2007 quarters were struck at two main mints, Philadelphia and Denver, and you can tell where your coin was minted by looking for the mint mark. If your quarter has a P mark, it was made in Philadelphia, and if it has a D, it came from the Denver Mint. Additionally, some of the 2007 quarters were also struck at the San Francisco Mint, and these coins bear the S Mint mark. Coins from San Francisco were primarily produced for collectors and were released as proof coins, which are specially made with a polished finish and sharper details. Now, this is where things start to get really interesting. Some of the most valuable coins from the 2007 quarter series are those with minting errors. These errors can include off-center strikes, double die errors, or even die cracks. Mint errors are relatively rare, which is what makes them so highly sought after by collectors. If you happen to come across one of these error coins in your collection, you could be holding something incredibly valuable. Coins with noticeable mint errors can sell for much more than a standard quarter, sometimes fetching hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. In the world of coin collecting, the 2007 USA quarter is highly regarded, especially the state quarters with unique designs. While regular, circulated 2007 quarters might not seem like they'd be worth more than their face value, coins in uncirculated or mint state condition can fetch significantly higher prices. Collectors are always on the lookout for pristine examples of these coins, and those with proof finishes or errors can bring in a premium. As time goes on, the demand for state quarters, including those from 2007, continues to grow. When it comes to determining the value of your 2007 USA quarter, the condition of the coin is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with mint state 65 or higher being the most valuable. A mint state coin is one that has never been circulated and shows no signs of wear or damage. If your 2007 quarter is in top condition, shiny, no scratches, and with a flawless design, it could be worth much more than you think. So, how much is your 2007 USA quarter really worth? The value can vary depending on a few key factors: condition, rarity, and whether there are any mint errors. A standard circulated quarter from 2007 might only be worth 25 cents, but a quarter in uncirculated condition or with a minting error could be valued at a much higher price. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for quarters in mint state or for proof coins from the San Francisco Mint. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. What is the highest value a 2007 USA quarter dollar can reach? Well, if you happen to have a perfectly graded coin, or one with a rare mint error, you could be looking at a price tag that might surprise you. Coins like this have been known to reach impressive prices in auctions and among collectors. And believe it or not, a 2007 USA quarter dollar in pristine condition with the right factors could be worth as much as $113,000. That's right, folks. A 2007 USA quarter dollar could be worth $113,000 if you have the right coin in your collection. So, next time you come across a quarter, don't just toss it aside, you might be holding onto a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin collecting tips and fascinating insights. Until next time, happy collecting.